The NBA isn't just about buzzer beaters and championship rings. Behind those bright lights, some of the biggest names faced battles off the court that shook their lives to the core. From tragic losses to shocking falls, here's the real story of some NBA players whose journeys took a hard turn. Stories you rarely hear but need to. Eddie Curry's tragic family nightmare. Back in 2009, Chicago's South Side saw a heartbreak no one could forget. Nova Henry and her baby girl Ava were found murdered in their home. Her little son Noah was there but somehow untouched, forced to survive the unthinkable. The man behind it? Frederick Goings, a lawyer once tied to Nova, tangled up in a toxic, violent relationship. He crossed every line, even shooting Ava in Nova's arms. Noah witnessed it all, a silent, chilling witness. The killer fled, but evidence caught him fast. In court, it took the jury just hours to deliver justice. Life in prison without parole. And Noah? He went to live with Eddie Curry. Nova's mother fought on, turning pain into a mission to stop domestic violence for others. Robert Swift, from NBA promise to broken dreams. Drafted straight out of high school, Robert Swift seemed unstoppable, a towering 7-footer with a future bright as a spotlight. But injuries hit with disaster's force, tearing ACL, then his meniscus. Seattle moved on and Swift's life spiraled. Despite millions earned, his mansion in Washington became a wreck, a symbol of falling apart with broken windows, needles, and guns littering the floor. Police found him years later surrounded by drugs and weapons, a lost star far from his prime. He served time, tried to recover his life, coaching kids and playing local ball, but the NBA dream faded into memories. Keon Clark's hidden battle with addiction. Keon Clark's career stats might look solid, but on and off the court, a darker truth brewed. He admitted he never played sober, drowning his pain in alcohol, even sneaking drinks during games. After his career ended, the bottle led him straight into legal trouble. Drug and gun charges, court no-shows, and crashing his car. Sentenced to prison, he served time and now fights to rebuild his life back home, owning his past and hoping for a better future. His story isn't just about basketball, it's a raw look at addiction tearing through talent. Rodney Rogers, life-breaking accident and new purpose. Rogers had a solid NBA career, earning millions and even six-man honors, but one rural ride changed everything. A crash left him paralyzed from the shoulders down. Doctors didn't give much hope and medical bills ran sky high. Depression crept in. Yet through darkest days, his fiancée stood strong. Today, Rogers pushes forward, speaking out, running a foundation, fighting for disability rights, even suing an insurer over denied care. His resilience is more impressive than any on-court stat, proving life's battles extend far beyond basketball. Nicky Van Exel's son, a harrowing crime and consequence. In Texas, tragedy struck when Nicky Maxwell Van Exel ended his best friend's life in a cold-blooded act. The crime was ruthless, wrapping up the victim, dumping the body, cleaning up every trace. The court saw through his defense, convicting him swiftly to 60 years in prison. His father, former NBA star Nick Van Exel, testified with a heavy heart, urging for justice. The family still lives with the grief of betrayal and loss, reminding us that behind names are stories of real pain and consequences. Greg Oden, fallen promise and legal battles. In 2014, Greg Oden's career took a nosedive after a brutal domestic violence incident. Arrested for serious battery, his hope for NBA stardom, already dimmed by injuries, dimmed further. Sentenced to probation, fines, and counseling, Oden's story is a stark reminder how quickly a promising career can unravel when off-court demons take control. Derrick Rose's PR storm over PED comments. Back in 2010, MVP Derrick Rose shocked fans with a candid comment on performance-enhancing drugs. Rating the problem a 7 out of 10, he implied the league wasn't as clean as it looked. The media ignited, fans debated, and the NBA's image took a hit. Rose later backtracked, claiming misunderstanding. The NBA stuck by the story. It's a classic case of athlete versus press, leaving fans wondering what really happens when cameras stop rolling. Shawn Kemp, legal woes and violent encounters. Post-NBA, Shawn Kemp's life spiraled with multiple arrests, from drug possessions to a 2013 shooting incident where he claimed self-defense. His next steps are uncertain as he faces serious charges. Once an all-star, Kemp's story warns how life off the court can be as challenging as on. Anthony Grundy, downfall and tragic end. A career marked by talent but plagued by bad choices, Grundy fled U.S. legal issues only to be arrested years later. A hit-and-run accident ended a woman's life, and months later, Grundy himself was fatally stabbed in a domestic dispute. repute. His story is a somber reminder that the hardest battles sometimes happen after the final buzzer. Michael Ray Richardson, banned but not broken. Richardson's cocaine battles cost him an NBA lifetime ban in the 80s, but he refused to give up. Playing overseas and coaching later, he reinvented himself. Now, he's a mentor and community figure, showing how redemption is possible even after falling hard. Steven Jackson versus Steve Francis, nightclub clash. A 2013 Houston nightclub erupted in drama when these former NBA players clashed, caught on camera but ending without legal fight. Just a glimpse of how the spotlight shifts after the game, where reputations still clash outside the court. William Bedford, from champion to prisoner to mentor. Once part of a championship team, Bedford's addiction led him to prison for drug trafficking. After years behind bars, he turned his life around, mentoring youth and warning others about the slippery slope of bad choices. Leon Smith, untapped potential derailed by mental health. Smith's NBA dreams derailed not by skill, but a fierce mental health crisis and a lack of support. Hospitalized for suicide attempts and charged with threats, his brief career is a cautionary tale on the need for better care for players off court. Darius Miles, from millions to bankruptcy. A teenage star with millions earned, Miles filed for bankruptcy by 2016. Legal troubles and bad money moves wiped out his fortune, showing how fame and fortune don't guarantee a stable future. These stories remind us that behind every household NBA name is a very human journey, full of triumph, tragedy, battle, and sometimes redemption. The court isn't the only place these players fought hard. Their lives off the hardwood tell stories just as real and raw.